Mountaineer Nation, let's ride to the transfer portal. Let's go. What's going on, Mountaineer Nation? Jordan Cruz back here with the Country Roads Webcast. And before I get into this video, just wanted to give you guys a quick reminder. If you would, do us a favor, hit that thumbs up button, give us a like on this video. It'll really help its performance and help future videos performances here on the channel as well. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Helps us, helps you, helps get more of this Mountaineer sports content out to Mountaineer Nation. That being said, let's get into it. What a difference a few months can make, right? Here we are back in the summer, all very excited to land JT Daniels. Didn't work out the way that I think we all thought and hoped that it would, but I hope that he finds a better fit in his next destination, wherever that may be. I know if you guys tuned into, I believe it was the Oklahoma State post-game show, I said that I thought that we wouldn't see him again at West Virginia, whether he went on to the NFL where he entered the transfer portal. Turns out it is going to be the latter of those decisions. As you can see here, from our friends over at WVU Sports Now and Mike Ostie, I'm going to share their article with you where they quoted the tweet that came from Pete Thamel, of course, where the initial report of this broke. We know Pete Thamel was one to break a lot of big news in college football. He was the one that put out this on Twitter announcing the JT Daniels transfer yesterday. Pete Thamel sources West Virginia quarterback JT Daniels intends to enter the NCAA transfer portal. He'll have at least 1 year of eligibility, and it could be 2 years depending on whether he could get a medical redshirt for 2019. He's been the quarterback at USC and Georgia prior to WVU. As far as his year here at West Virginia, Daniels threw for 2,107 yards, 13 touchdowns, and 9 interceptions, while posting a 61.2 completion percentage. The 2022 season stands as the year he played the most games in and threw the most passes in since 2018 at USC. So we were really excited to land JT. We thought it was going to be kind of a match made in heaven, but I think what I've ultimately gained from this is that this West Virginia offense and the way that they need to go moving forward, and I'm hoping to see them go next season with the backs that they have and the offensive line improvements that they've shown specifically in run blocking, is that I'm excited to see West Virginia have a dual threat quarterback again. I think that's what we saw and the way that we saw this offense operate best. And so I think that ultimately was kind of the downfall for JT Daniels, is that this offense that West Virginia is running really works a lot better with a dual threat quarterback. And once they inserted one in, they kind of realized that, I think, and that's why you saw Garrett Green and then Nico play. And that's who I think the Mountaineers are going to ride moving forward. We've seen the two QBs that were kind of left out of that conversation, Goose Crowder and now JT Daniels, both enter the transfer portal. I'm excited to see the Mountaineers get back to, a dual threat quarterback offense, but I hope JT Daniels lands on his feet. He's had a really tough career, managed to stay healthy for most this year, allegedly. Mountaineer fans know what I'm talking about there. But the thing is now, hopefully he can finally have a really strong season if he wants to be able to go to the NFL, because I think that's ultimately why he's choosing to enter the transfer portal. I think, like I said earlier, things didn't work out, in the best interest of us, but not in his best interest either. Didn't really have the season that he thought he would have, and I don't think probably showed the scouts enough for him to be, the high draft pick that he wants to be and thinks that he can be. So hopefully in his next stop, he is able to have a little bit better year, and maybe that will get him his boost he needs to get to the next level. But as far as West Virginia is concerned, I think I'm excited to see a high school recruited quarterback behind center, possibly with Garrett Green and Nico Marchiol, I think, battling it out for the starting job. However, now West Virginia is left with only 3 scholarship quarterbacks, really only 2, because Sean Boyle hasn't signed that letter of intent yet. But when he does, you only have 3 scholarship quarterbacks and some preferred walk-ons. Don't know if the Mountaineers will target a transfer for depth purposes. That's possibly still in the cards. My personal opinion, kind of hope they don't. I want to see us ride with these high school quarterbacks. Garrett Green was the first high school quarterback for West Virginia to start a game since 2017, I believe, when he started this season. And him and Nico both, I think, have a lot of promise for the future with their dual threat capabilities, and I would love to see those two guys battle it out in the offseason. But what are your all's thoughts on JT Daniels' departure in the West Virginia quarterback room? Let us know down in the comments. Before I close out the video, I want to show you guys one more time the graphic that I've been sharing with you guys with the transfers out and the current targets for West Virginia transfer-wise, with some players that they've offered and some other ones that I think they may go after that, of course, I'm sure you guys have seen if you've been following along here on the Country Roads Webcast this offseason. If not, I encourage you to do so. Moving forward, we're going to continue to update this transfer situation and the offseason recruiting situation, things like that. But as you can see here, transfers out for West Virginia total now up to 7. This is only the scholarship players. There have been some preferred walk-ons to leave. Nick Maurer, Name Muhammad, to name a couple. Mumu Ben Wahad, Corbin Page, Charles Woods, we knew about before the season. Since the season ending, we saw Mike O'Laughlin enter. And then since the portal opening officially on December 5th, we've seen wide receiver Reese Smith, quarterback Goose Crowder, and quarterback JT Daniels. Also, since the portal opening, West Virginia has put out some offers to some more Power 5 players now that the portal is open. To those guys, let me run down here and show you some of those that West Virginia has offered, adding to this list here that I've been sharing with you guys in the past. At receiver, they've added a couple more offers in Ra Thomas from Mississippi State and Ryan O'Keefe from Central Florida. Tight end, they've added another offer in Joshua Simon from Western Kentucky. Offensive line, they have offered Keandre Jones from Auburn. And then they have offered a linebacker, Amari Gaynor from Florida State. And they have offered a couple more defensive backs. Like I said, J.J. Roberts and J.Q. Hardaway on here have not been offered, but they're guys I think West Virginia could potentially target and should target. But they have offered from Wake Forest Gavin Holmes and Jaquan Shepard from Cincinnati. So interestingly enough, I thought they would target this guy from Wake and this guy from Cincinnati, but they have offered a player from each of those schools, but neither of those two players. So who knows if they ultimately will offer either of those. Hope West Virginia does. I know J.Q. Hardaway is highly sought after. That might be more of a pipe dream, but J.J. Roberts is a West Virginia native. Mountaineer Paul over at Mountaineer Paul Talks Football, our friend there, has a great video out on that you can check out as well in regards to transfer targets. But there's a list of some guys West Virginia has offered and may target thus far in the transfer portal here as it is officially open just a couple of days ago now. The Mountaineers running total, as you saw there, up to 7 currently that have entered their name into the portal. We'll update you as more names go into that portal from West Virginia, and hopefully as more offers go out for West Virginia and ultimately get some commits and we can get a transfers in graphic as well. That's what I'm excited about here coming up in the future. But going to be plenty of updates moving forward throughout the offseason here on the Country Roads webcast, so I encourage you to please continue to tune in here to the channel. Like I said earlier, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Helps us and it helps you. Gets more of this Mountaineer sports content out to Mountaineer Nation. And before you head out of this video, drop us a like if you would. It really helps this video's performance and in turn helps future videos performances here on the channel. Having said that, as always, I'm Jordan Cruz, and until next time, let's go Mountaineers.